Hello and welcome to my latest What Sold video. My name is Trisha and I am an online reseller and I have my sales for eBay, Poshmark, and Thredup for the week of February 16th through February, April 16th through April 22nd. Oh my goodness. Oh, this is a great start. My store name is Sandy and Otto. And I'm going to go through the 27 items that I sold this week. That is up 3 items from last week, and my sales are up 21% over last week. So I'll quickly go through these. I will let you know that I kind of annualize my cost of goods, which is $2.25 per item. I also will let you know on eBay items which ones were best offers. I've run a sale on most things, but I still do accept best offers, and which ones are sold on promoted items, which I do put a 2% promoted item on all my listings. And I'll let you know which one sold, which in this case for the very first item, which is this Garden Buddies art print, it was a small art print, 8 by 6, which was the frame size, so the picture itself was actually smaller than that, but this did sell off of a 2% promoted. It was a $10 best offer I accepted on this one. And I do like picking up art. I have been selling a lot of art since I have it listed. I kind of went through and did a big batch listing of all of the art that I had collected from Goodwill and yard sales and everything. I really enjoy trying to give it a second chance of life. So if you're interested in what I look for in my art or interested in getting into that, I do have a couple YouTube what I look for in art videos on my Sandy and Otto. I'll have it listed below if you're interested in that. But it was a fun art print to pick up. Next item, here we go, is a Union Bay clutch wristlet. Had this really fun elephant pattern on it. And that one I took a best offer of $10 on also, and it sold in less than a week. So that was a good find. Next up, here we go. So this is a really nice vintage swirl blown glass vase. Really nice design work on that. And this one again was a very fast sale, and it sold through promoted listings for the $13.99 price. And I do have another one that's pink and, oh no, it's purple and red. That's really fun. But this was a really nice, I liked how the orange was really wide, but the green was very slender on this one, and it had really the vivid colors all the way through. And I do try to take pictures of anything that I might think of as like a flaw or anything I want to make sure that the person buying it can flip through the pictures and see. And I do also try to list anything in the listing itself of what I might consider either a flaw or a manufacturer's defect or something like that. This was a FabFitFun item that I just don't use this style of rug. It was a very nice woven rug, but decided to find a new home for that. And that one I took a best offer of $10 on. This one was interesting. This sold about a week ago, actually, and it wasn't until they got the notice from eBay that they hadn't paid, because I had opened a claim after waiting several days, and then they were very apologetic, very nice, very, very nice. And again, right now, very, very thankful for any sales I get. I think everyone for all of the sales that I have gotten so far. this is just a crazy time right now, and very appreciative of anybody who's looking, especially for like home decor items, areas to spruce up the house, while they're kind of at home, make their home as pleasant as possible. I have also been listing a lot of my hard goods. And so I've been selling a lot more of them because I've been listing a lot more of them. I have an area where I was keeping them in a death pile in my house that I wanted to clean up that area. And instead of just moving the items, it's like list them and then they will move themselves. This is a really neat orchid pot that I found. And the bottom says made in Germany. This is very thick, very heavy, very, very well made. The glaze is amazingly just strong and bright and very robust. And these are really, really quality ceramic items. And I've been picking them up. Well, I had been every opportunity I could. Even though, yes, they are heavy. They weigh, I think, like a pound, almost a pound and a half, at least a pound and a quarter on their own. Um, but when you see how gorgeous they are totally worth shipping. This one I did end up taking a best offer of $14.50 on this one. The gal, I could tell, really wanted it, so we negotiated back and forth a few times because this is high quality. But I knew that the shipping costs were a little higher on that one. Next up is this really fun coffee mug. This was purple. This was from the brand, let me find it, Karma. And it did say Explore on the inside, and it had all these really fun graphics on it. And just really liked this coffee cup and thought somebody else is really going to like this too. And this one I did again take a best offer of $10. $10 seemed to have been like the price last week for people, and $10 was fine on this one. And oh, maybe that was I guess that was my sale price. I was running a sale, which you've probably seen on most of these, and $10 was the 23% off price, and it did sell for $10. How about that? Next up, here we go. This was a fun art print. Looking at this initially, you're kind of thinking, oh, that got really beat up. That's horrible. But no, it's a really neat, even though this is a little more beat up than it should be, but it's a really neat crackle kind of technique in framing. And this was professionally or semi-professionally framed to have this kind of effect on it. And I can't remember if this is like a 1920s type style, 20s or 30s or something like that. But this was done, this pink bird was like painted on foil. Oops, let me get to here to show that off. This was really pretty, really, really well done. And this sold through the global shipping and is on its way to Canada. But I really liked this piece, even though it looks really rough, and it is a little rougher than it should be. That one was I thought it was definitely worth trying to find a new home for. And this one, I'm looking up real quick. This one did sell for $15.39, the 23% off price for the sale that I was running at the time. Next up, pair of high-waisted mom jeans. These are Bill Blass. They were, I think like a size, I don't know, 8 or 10 or something. But when I took the measurements, and I did have that all down in the description, they really fit, especially in the waist, like a small. And so that's kind of what I went with initially, and then had a little more explanation in the description of the sizing of them. But they were in fantastic condition. It didn't look like they had been worn that much. And they sold, I took a best offer on those for $18. And oh, and then I forgot to mention, and I do apologize, the art, the pink foil bird print, and the llama mug also sold on promoted listings. So I did want to mention that. I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of my eBay sales were sold off of the 2% promoted listing. Next up for eBay, this sold overnight. I listed it in the evening, and when I woke up in the morning, it had sold. Really pretty platter. Did not have any markings on the bottom, but it was really in good condition. Had really pretty gold trimming work on it. The flowers were really pretty. Here's the look at the kind of pedestal bottom of it, and that was in really good shape. I took a couple pictures of that. Again, no markings on the bottom, and the only kind of doink I found was this little marking on the back. And I wasn't sure if that was a manufacturer's defect, something happened when they were firing this piece, or whatever they do to it. And then there was also a little bit of fading of the gold trim on the inner circle there, so I wanted to point that out. But it did sell for $16.99. And that's all I have, I guess, on that one. Next up are these pair of Scooby-Doo glasses. I bought these when we had a Warner Brothers store. Well, this was 20 years ago. I bought these, used them a bit. I did point out that they did have a little bit of wear on them, but they were super fun. I'm just not going to use them anymore. Not really Scooby-Doo collecting anymore, but they did have the 1999 date on them, which made them a lot of fun. And I did end up taking a best offer of $20 for the pair. And another art print. This one is dragonflies, which you can kind of see the different dragonflies in there. There's a few of them. And it was signed. Oops. Yeah, if I can get that. There we go. It was signed by the artist, and it was numbered 3 of 60, and it did have this nice little sticker on the back. And this one, where is that? It ended up selling for $13.85 on a best offer. And next up, a FabFitFun item. Just wasn't going to use a lip scrub, so found a new home for that. That did sell for $6.39. And another item, this one again sold overnight from when I listed it. Very fast sale for the full price of $14.99. Don't know if that's a good price, low price. Don't know. Couldn't find anything really about this other than it was a nice urn vase. The flower was really pretty. I really like how the leaf had the two-tone effect with the purple in there. That was a really nice touch. Had a little flower on the side. I did point out that there was that little black dot on there, and then there was a little bit down here at the bottom, but no mark on it, so I'm not sure who made it, but just took some pictures to show again that it was clean, it was in good condition, no chips or cracks on it, and was happy for a $14.99 and a very fast sale on that. And again, very appreciative of all of my sales for this time frame. Yeah, it's just amazing, and I can't say thank you enough to everybody. So those were my eBay sales. Moving on to Poshmark, and you'll notice I pretty much have everything except for a couple categories of what I sell on eBay cross-posted on Poshmark, including clothing and hard goods and accessories. And I sell a lot of hard goods on Poshmark. Their home categories are great, and people are really in there looking at home decor items, and it's really exciting that they are doing that and selling that on Poshmark. And the one thing I really like about that, especially with the heavier items, is that a lot of times with Poshmark's $7 for 5 pounds worth of shipping, oh my goodness, on some really heavy items to sell it for 7 whatever shipping on Poshmark is an insanely good deal. So I highly recommend, if you have anything that's, that you can ship for under 5 pounds, but is maybe more than a couple pounds, boy, put it on Poshmark, because people, I think, will really appreciate the just built-in shipping discount that they're going to get on that. This one I did end up taking out of the frame, which was this really nice handmade frame, to double check and make sure that this was actually an original hand-painted piece of art. Really cute, fun design. Children obviously dancing, having fun playing. Really, really happy, fun print. I guess they're playing the game with this kid in the middle blindfolded. But still, really fun to see children playing. And this was a bundle sell. So I sold this item and another one of these orchid pots. This one was a really nice green. And again, you can see the beautiful coloring of the glaze and just the really thick texture that you get from the glaze. And again, it just says made in Germany, but it is this, I'm not even going to try to pronounce this name, Songren Ceramic, but they are very well-known German potters, and they make these orchid pots. And they make a whole bunch of other things, but in particular they make these. And I just really love this design, how it kind of crosses multi styles. And definitely could work great in a kitchen, could be great for painters, brushes, makeup brushes. I mean, you could use this for all kinds of things. It's 6.5 inches tall, so it really has really good sturdy shape to it, and with the weight of it, it's not going to fall over or anything. So again, if you see these, pick them up, and even better, ship them on Poshmark, where it only costs $7 and some to ship it, which is great. So this one sold, again, these two items, I ended up taking a best offer of $36 for the bundle on this one. And my next items, these two items, this one and the next one I'll show, also sold as a bundle. So these were shot glasses, done like pool balls, and the rack. I'm not even sure. I'm not a pool person, so I'm not sure on all the terminology. But it was fun. Design to make them look like the balls that are on there to be little shot glasses. And then that sold with these, which are what are these? Czechoslovakian Bohemian glass. And I was going to see if I could get up here so you can see the little sticker that says Bohemia glass is what that one says. And this was a really nice set of 4 in the box, in the original box there. And in listing these things, you don't even put it together, but I thought, what a great combination. Poker and pool. I mean, that's really kind of fun. So I ended up taking a best offer of $18 for both of those items. And up next are these. These were again a FabFitFun item, and I didn't realize it at the time, and I'll just say this real quick. There were only 5 masks inside, and I did not realize that at the time, but the gal contacted me and let me know, and I had a couple other face masks, and I asked if she wanted partial credit back or if she wanted the masks, and she wanted the masks, so I sent those off to her as a replacement because I did not realize that there were only 5 in the box. And so yeah, I guess these things happen and they're unexpected, and so I definitely worked it out with the purchaser, and I hope she's happy with how we resolved that. And next up are these Levi's. They're pull-on, I guess, kind of jegging type, somewhere between like a jeans and a jegging probably. They were size 8. And on these, they did sell for $17. And I do believe that was a best offer on that one. Up next is another art. This was unframed. This was matted. And the print itself was 6 by 4, but the matting for the frame was 8 by 10 on that. Information about the artist on here, but I just thought that was a really pretty print. People love butterflies and love this kind of design. It has lots of personal meanings, I can see, for a lot of people. And so I did take an offer of $12 on that. And you know what, again, one of the reasons why I love picking up art, some of it isn't going to sell for a lot. Some of it can sell for a lot. I had one sell for, what did it end up sell for? $113, something like that. I've had a couple really kind of bigger sales on art, and definitely worth picking up because it's usually like what, 2, 3, 4, sometimes $5 at at my Goodwills. Might be cheaper, might be more expensive at yours, but a lot of times these little things I can get for under $2 at Goodwill, and I like trying to find a new home for it. Here's a cute little bikini, not the best picture. This was one of my first pictures trying to get used to my camera. Little bit of a fail, but really cute print. This was just an exhilaration, but I really loved the print. Loved how it looked on, with the cute little bows that it had on there. And I did take a best offer of $15 on that one. This was a size medium on there. And Pyrex. Again, this spring blossom was the print. Perfect time for that. Really fun, festive. This one was in really good shape. Hadn't been through the dishwasher and hadn't had like a casserole burned on the inside. It was in really good condition. Took lots of pictures of the inside and out. So the person could see what kind of condition it was in, because with Pyrex, people are very interested in the condition of the inside and the outside of it, and took down as much information as I could, especially this 472 which I'm not a Pyrex person, but I know that that is very important to them. And so I did take a best offer, or maybe it was just $10 on that, because it's just a very average uh, Pyrex design, not one of the fancy ones that brings lots of money. But I loved this design, so I had to pick it up when I see it. I rarely pick up Pyrex because most of it has been very well used. This one was not, and it was a very fun, happy print. Really liked how nice that print was. This one was another really good find. This one was quite large, and it just shipped out this morning, and I have all my fingers and toes crossed because it's going cross country. Um, and so it's only supposed to be 2-day delivery, so I hope that means it's not going to be handled a whole lot, and it's going to arrive safely, because this was quite large. You can see with the frame, this was 18 by 15, and the print itself was about 3.5 pounds. So by the time I added the box and the packing to it, I was right up there, really pushing that 5 pound margin with the Poshmark shipping. But this print was so fun. I could not leave this behind. And so I'm really glad. I took a best offer of 40 on this because it's a cat band, one little pug back here in the back. There's a mouse over here with headphones on, and this really fun custom mouse. Um, Let me get a close up there. They're like dancing and all kinds of things. And this was signed, and it was the name of the print was on there. And so you can see how fun the decor is in there, and the band. And yeah, this print was really special and needed to not be in Goodwill, but needed to find a good home. And the last Poshmark item I have is this PJ Salvage pajama set. I don't know why it says size 1. I honestly think I meant to put an L for large, and somehow my brain just went 1. This was a really cute print of Paris, and it had poodles and Eiffel Towers and croissants and shopping and all the things about Paris that you just love. And so I did accept a best offer of $45 on that, and hope that the gal who bought that loves it, because this is just, it's adorable. I just loved that print. And then I have 3 thread up. Now, I haven't in my past couple videos, I think, had thread up sales, because I don't put them on here until I've been paid. And I've had a lot of customers, like external customers, purchasing items. And because thredup has extended the return period, I won't get paid on those items until May. So it won't be until May that we really see thredup payments coming in. And it took them, I think, 2 months to process my last box that was sent to them. So yeah, so I'm starting to get some items sold in goodie boxes again, which this was one of them, which was great. Love it when things go to goodie boxes, although I've noticed on some things it's taken, like, I think one of my items, it took about 2.5 weeks to get paid on a goodie box item, so I'm not quite sure what the delay is. It's usually like 3 to 5 days, although sometimes it's like 5 to 7 days or 5 to 9 days before you get paid on these. But this one, again, you can see this had 13 favorites on it. Top Shop, size 6 skirt, really cute summertime skirt with a little slit in it. It sold for $47.99, but my percentage of this was $13.92. And I like sending things like this to thredup because I don't have to photograph it, I don't have to list it, I don't have to ship it out. I just sit back and take the money. This one was sold in a goodie box, and it kind of surprised me because I really haven't seen goodie boxes jump up to items. I guess the most I've seen before this last batch was more in like the 50 some dollar range. So to go up to $74 for a goodie box, I was really excited to see. And this one, I picked this kind of cardigan up at Goodwill, and I know I paid $1.79 for it, and it ended up being my payout was $33.75, which I'm very happy with. And again, I didn't have to do anything to it. And one of the things, especially with Thredup, that I really like seeing is sending things in that are, this is an excellent condition, because I think that it really does motivate people to kind of sell, purchase a little more, which you'll see again when we get more into May and see items that more customers have purchased. And again, this one was a goodie box, white jeans, especially with springtime. Everybody loves white jeans. And to find some from the Goodwill for $1.79. I think these did have a mark on them, but I stain treated them and ran them through the washing machine, but they really hadn't been worn much before, maybe even if at all. And the little stain came out, and they really did look good as new. And so these, my payout was, where did that go? $29.40 for these. So for all the items, I'll go through the numbers real quick. My cost of goods at $2.25 each on average was $60.75. My fees being final value fees, PayPal fees, Poshmark fees was $88.47. My total sales for the 27 items were $456.17 for a profit of $339.48, and that's a 21% increase over last week, which is amazing, and I am so thankful for all of the sales. And thank you for watching. Appreciate your time. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave those behind. If you enjoy this type of content on sales, please consider subscribing to my channel to get notifications. I try to do what sold videos. I usually run like Thursday through Wednesday just to be a little bit different than a lot of other people's time frames, just to offer content at a different time of the week. And so appreciate if you could subscribe if you're interested in this type of content. If you're interested in what I send to Thredup, I do have some Thredup videos. I haven't done any like haul type videos because those don't seem to be as popular, but if anybody is interested, please let me know. I will be getting back into getting some boxes ready to send to Thredup. And if you're interested in seeing those, just let me know. And otherwise, appreciate a like on the way out if you enjoyed this. And thank you, and I will see you next time. Stay safe. Stay inside if you so can. It really is appreciated, I know, of all of the frontline workers, to keep them as safe as possible while everything is kind of going on. So stay safe, and I will talk to you next time.